Good morning, students. Today it's a continuation of our previous videos regarding the Tempest. In the Tempest, we were on Act 4, Scene 1. Now, Act 4, Scene 1 is a long act, an important act, and it's the part that would be coming for in your first term exams also. 4 videos I have made and I have sent with regard to Act 4 Scene 1 Tempest. Today it's the 5th video, and I think it will be with this video only the act and this particular scene will end also. So all these 5 videos should collectively be seen properly, thoroughly, to get a better understanding. And now I shall continue. In your books, you can look up around line number 190. So I start from around 190. You can also see it. It's the part where Ariel enters the scene. So enter Ariel laden with glittering apparel. Apparel are clothes. Now this, we all know that Prospero had ordered Ariel to go back into his cell and to bring out some of his shining clothes. This was to be placed on bushes, on trees, so that when the 3 conspirators, that is Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo, pass by, they would be attracted by these beautiful colorful clothes. It would put them off, it would divert their mind, and Prospero would get a chance to punish them. So here I start from around line number 190. So enter Ariel carrying glittering dresses. Caliban and the 3 of them are talking there. Please move quietly so that the mole-like fellow. So Caliban is telling Stefano and Trinculo that while walking, because they're all drunk, and he said, let us walk as quietly as possible, because if Prospero happens to hear our footsteps, if he is disturbed, if he is woken up, he would surely get up and punish us. And Caliban knows the type of punishment given by Prospero. So he's telling them to avoid punishment, let's be quiet. Let's go about doing our mission very, very quietly. Stefano then tells him, monster, your fairy whom you call a harmless fairy. Now, this harmless fairy is referred to Prospero. And Stefano is telling Caliban that the person you refer to as harmless fairy, if this fairy turns out to be dangerous, you're in serious problem. You're going to be punished by us. Trinculo also comes in between, says, monster, I smell horse urine. Now, suddenly a dirty stench, that is a smell, comes. It smells acidic, something like the urine of horses. And both of them can get this smell. So they complain about the smell, that the smell is very, very bad, high scented urine smell. Stefano then says, so is mine. Listen to me, monster. If I am ever offended with you, beware. So they threaten him, jointly threaten Caliban, that if ever they are offended by Caliban, they would get together and punish him severely. Stefano and Trinculo tell Caliban this. Trinculo then says also, then it will be your end. He says, we will punish you so badly, so severely, that it would be your end. Okay? Then, right. Caliban says, my good lord, treat me with kindness. Caliban at times gets afraid, and he begs that let him be treated with kindness. Be patient. The prize I will win for you will make you forget this accident of being swept ashore. He says the prize that you get, that is, you would be made complete control of this island, like the lord and master of this island. So bear with me, try to tolerate all the hardship that we have to go through, but the prize or the reward you will get after bearing all this hardship is worth the price. That is, you would be made the lord and master of this island. Trinculo then tells him, yes, but we have lost our bottle. Now they are drunk. They want to retrieve their bottles which have been left in the pond behind. Remember that they are all 3 coming from a pond. They were placed there by Ariel. So they want to retrieve their bottles from that pond. Stefano then tells, there's not only disgrace and dishonor in that is getting back our bottles, but a great material loss. He says this loss of the bottles of wine in the pond is a material loss. Trinculo then tells him, this loss matters more to me than getting wet. Now Trinculo says, the loss of losing my wine bottles is more important to me than getting wet once again in that pond. That means he is willing to go back, step into that mud, slush, get wet, and get out those bottles of wine that are there. Stefano, I shall bring back my bottle, though I may have to plunge overhead to do. Stefano says, I will have to go back to retrieve those bottles. I am prepared to once more go into the slush, into the smelling slush, and get out my bottle of wine. Trinculo, pray my master be quiet. Trinculo is like the subordinate of Stefano, and he says, you will not have to do such a thing. Just relax, be quiet. Look here. This is the entrance to the cell that is the entrance to Prospero's cell, where he was putting up on this island. So they come very close to Prospero's house or the cell. They are practically entering his cell. Make no noise and enter. Now they said, let's just be quiet, not talk to each other. Let's enter, go about doing our business of murdering, eliminating Prospero, and wait for the rewards that follow them. Then execute the plan which will win this island for us forever. Caliban, you humble slave. He says, Caliban, after we take control of this island, after we are made the lord and master of this island, you would be our slave. Stefano then tells, give me your hand. Now I begin to have murderous thought. That is the thought of murdering Prospero. Stefano is not a murderer basically, and he is feeling afraid. He said, now let's catch each other's hand, because the thought of murder is having a negative impact, negative vibes on him. Trinculo then tells him, O King Stefano, he is praising Stefano. He calls him, he goes to the extent of calling him a king also. O King Stefano, O Lord, O worthy Stefano, look what a store of fine garments is here for you. Now as they are entering, they spot those shining garments. They are attracted to those garments, especially Trinculo, and he is so attracted that he wants to go and try to wear some of those garments. So he shows these garments to Stefano. Stefano says, leave it alone, you fool, it is just rubbish. Now Stefano considers these garments as rubbish, throwaway garments. He tells Trinculo not to touch it, not to put them on. But Trinculo, being Trinculo, is so excited, so very much wanting to go and catch those garments, put them on, try them on, because they are really, really attractive. Then Trinculo says, oh monster, we have what belongs to an old clothes shop. He said, there are so many clothes here that it looks like an open cloth shop. O King Stefano. Stefano then tells him, take off that garment. In the meanwhile, Trinculo gets so excited that he in fact wears one of those gowns. Stefano tells him immediately, take it off. Take it off immediately. Trinculo, by this hand of mine, I swear I must have it. Now Trinculo wears that gown. It is so attractive, so beautiful that even Stefano is attracted, and he tells her, Trinculo, you take it off because it would suit me. He is attracted to it. He wants to wear it. Trinculo, your lordship will have it. Now Trinculo, being a subordinate, immediately takes it off, and he says, if it is your will to have this gown, it is yours. You will have it. Caliban tells, may this fool be attracted with dropsy. Dropsy is a terrible, terrible disease where the entire body is pain. Every joint, every muscle gives pain to the body. It's a very, very painful disease. So Caliban is cursing, may this fool be attacked with dropsy. What makes you like this stuff? That Caliban is telling Trinculo that the way you are behaving, you should be inflicted with this particular disease, dropsy. Let's go and do the killing first. He says, you are going off the track. We have come here with a particular plan in mind. Let's go about doing that completing that, Trinculo, rather than going about with the murderous plan, is diverted to these clothes. And Caliban warns him, don't do this. Get back to what we have come here for. Then our body, so then he says, because he says that if we are caught, if we are spotted by Prospero, he would pinch our body. Our bodies would be marked and we would ultimately have the spots like leopards have. Imagine, our body would be so severely marked with spots, pinch marks, that it would be having the spot of a leopard's. Stefano, big white monster, that is Caliban. Madame Lion, is not this my jacket? Now they are attracted to the jackets and to the clothes, and they're pulling down the clothes from the line. Now the jacket is in my hand and it must be under the lime or line as it is called. Trinculo then says, that's right, we shall steal systematically. Now they are planning to steal these clothes. They are so attracted to them. So we will steal them according to our liking. We will pick and choose and steal them one by one. We won't take all, but we will just take a limited amount that we require. So if it pleases your lordship. Now he wants the permission of Stefano. So if it pleases you, we will just take a couple of these gowns and garments. Some you could have, some I would have, but we just won't pass by without taking these garments. And this is what Prospero was wanting them to do. This is what Prospero had planned. He is wanting them to go off track and go about getting distracted. Stefano then says, I thank you for this jest, that is the act of kindness. Here is a garment for you as a reward. That is, they are telling this to Caliban, which will be appreciated and rewarded as long as I am king of this place. And then Stefano says, take this garment, Caliban, and once I am the king of this island, the lord and master of this island, I would reward you tremendously for your favor that you have done to us. To steal by lime and level is an excellent stroke of wit. Here is another garment. Now they're still on with those garments. Trinculo, monster, put some bird lime on your finger and take away the rest of the garments. Caliban tells, I shall have none of it. But Caliban says, I don't want any garment. We are wasting time. Now he knows that he is impatient to go about with the murder and to complete his mission. So he says, we are just wasting time. Time dealing with these garments are a loss of time. And we shall be changed by him into barnacles, geese or apes with watchful loafers. If we are caught in this mission by Prospero, he would punish us, make us into apes, make us into geese, punish us with a lot of severe punishment. So Stefano then tells him, lend a helping hand, monster, help to carry. Now they have collected a huge amount of garments, and they tell Stefano tells the Caliban that you pick up these garments, these are the selected amount of garments, and you carry them for us. So to a place where my barrel of wine is kept. So let us go back to the pond. Now they're going back to the pond just to retrieve those bottle of wine. He says, take them back, take these garments back to the pond. I shall turn you out of my kingdom. So if you don't follow my instructions, once I am the master of this island, I would turn you out if I am angry with you. Trinculo also says, and Trinculo also gives him some garments to carry. Stefano, yes, and this, and they keep piling on garments to Caliban to carry them. In the meantime, Prospero was watching all their plan. Prospero was very much knowing where they had reached. He had Ariel there at his command to follow and to do all the instructions that were there. Now Prospero, with his power of magic, gets a group of hounds, hunting dogs, spirits in the form of hunting dogs, to go after these three murderous conspirators. So with magic, out of nowhere, these hunting dogs appear, and with an order of Prospero, they chase them. All three of them run for their lives. Prospero after them. Now Prospero is instructing the dogs, and he is telling the dogs to run after them. They are not to bite, not to harm them, just to frighten them. Okay, so Prospero after them, mountain, Ariel, silver, there it goes, silver. These are the name of the dogs. Prospero then says, carry on, chase them, punish them. Go tell my spirits to afflict them with stiffness and pain in their joints. The Prospero tells Ariel, tell the spirits that are in the form of these dogs to punish these three so severely, so badly, that they experience acute pain in every muscle of their body. This is what they'll get for trying to kill me. So Ariel gets going with this order, chases them. Ariel, listen, they are crying. Now Ariel, within seconds, just a flip of his head, he can do anything. He is so fast. And immediately he inflicts all three of them with terrible, terrible pain. They are screeching, howling in pain, all three of them, rolling on the ground with pain. Prospero, let them be hunted thoroughly. Prospero is having no mercy on them. And he is ordering Ariel to punish them real badly now. My labor shall soon come to an end. He says, this part of my torturous stay on this island is practically going to come to an end, and you shall have your prince. Once my mission is complete, once I get what I want, I will give you your freedom as you have been demanding. And he tells him once more, just go about doing this little favor of mine for the last time and get back your freedom. For a little while follow me and serve me. Just it's a matter of few days. You can serve me, continue to serve me, follow my instructions, and as promised, I would give you back your freedom. So my dear students, this is Act 4, Scene 1. In Act 4, there is only this one scene. Only this one scene will be a part coming for your first exams. But along with Act 4, Scene 1, you will be also getting a part of Act 3 also. I will be letting you all know later. I would also like to remind you all, next Monday or Tuesday, remember, next Monday or Tuesday, you would be having your test. As you are aware, you will be having test of 10 marks. I would be giving the test either on Monday or on Tuesday. I would be telling you all exactly what I would be next, maybe tomorrow's video or a message I would leave, telling you all what would be the part that you would have to learn and revise. It won't be tough. It won't be like our normal class test that we usually have in class, but I'll figure out some way to give you all a genuine test, a proper test, and a test really to test you all. So my dear students, with that, I'll come to end for the day. See you all tomorrow again with some other video, and hope you all are all safe within the confines of your homes. Goodbye. God bless. Thank you.